Hello! This is sort of a test that I'm conducting about sending video messages rather than writing letters. It sounds like a lazy way. I've already subjected Violet to some of this, but sometimes I say things that something in the paper or something on the news, and I might want to write about it in my letter. But I thought I could do it in the video, and also when I travel and I write about what I'm doing, and I send lots of pictures. But sometimes I can take, with all the newfangled cameras, you can take videos, but you can't really send videos as an attachment because they're great big files. So I may in the future, as well as writing letters and sending pictures, I might actually send you links to some videos using YouTube. Is what I'm experimenting with here. But it was something that is on the front page of this is Saturday here in New Zealand, and it's front page news on the Nelson paper, and it brought to mind something I was going to write about first some sad news and then some amazing news of tramping, as we call it, backpacking, in that over the Queen's birthday weekend, which was last weekend, where it's a 3-day holiday, where a Monday you get off as a holiday because it's supposed to be the Queen's birthday, even though it's not really. We had a couple of dramatic things happen up in the Nelson Lakes National Park that made the headlines here, at least, and may have made the headlines in Christchurch, probably not in Australia. We were expecting to get really bad weather over the Queen's birthday weekend, at least on the Saturday and Sunday, and maybe get decent weather on Monday. And Friday night, with quite a bit of bad rain coming through, and this weather forecast said we're going to get a lot of rain, and then we're going to get cold weather. And I was out Friday night training Ralph to operate the C-14, and we actually opened up the dome. I showed him open up the dome, close the dome before it started raining. But two guys were trying to get to Angela's Hut, which is the highest hut in the Nelson Lakes National Park. It's up at 1,600 meters. And this is winter now. We're in winter. And they were trying to get there in the winter, and there was high winds and stuff, and they got into trouble. And they actually managed somehow to call for help. I don't have to use a cell phone. And a helicopter found them at 7 o'clock at night because they had their head torches on, and the helicopter pilot had night vision goggles, and it was a difficult rescue, but they got them off because there was quite strong winds. And you think, what the idiots? Why are they trying to go up there? They probably get snowed on and stuff and blowing out and things. And why are they, when the weather's going to be bad? It's an alpine route. You get as high as 1,800 meters going into the Angela's Hut. I've been up there in the summertime, but on a fine day. But anytime in winter it's going to be cold, and then when you got bad weather, these guys would end up dead if they hadn't been rescued. And the next day, on the Saturday, with many headlines, a Golden Bay woman died up there. She was 55, with her teenage son, trying to get to Angela's Hut. Probably the pressure was, okay, well, it's Queen's birthday week, we've got to do this. Even though the bad weather, you would say, why are you doing this? And she started getting super cold. She got hypothermic. Her son managed to get to as far as the hut. He had to leave her behind, and he couldn't couldn't call for help from there or anything. And next morning they had to go out and look for her, and they found her dead. She froze to death. But you question how experienced the judgment, because you're going into the mountains in the wintertime. You got to have good gear. I mean, I've been up, I've been up to the top of Kilimanjaro, where it was minus 11, but you've got your down gear and your insulation and your stuff, and and actually when you're moving, you're generating heat. But if you stop, then you can be in trouble. You really need, and I just, again, question, there'll probably be a coroner's inquiry into it all and understanding why on earth this happened, because, it shouldn't have happened. But one of the things that neither of these people had, and I always take with me if you're going overnight, is a personal locator beacon. It costs a bit of money. But neither of them had that. The two guys that had to be rescued, the woman that died and her son, didn't have one. So you set those things off, and there would have been a chance to get her out alive. But, as the case may be, she's now dead. And, it's the mountains are the mountains. Even in the summertime, you can get snow up there. But going up when I think I wrote about it. The temperature is going to be -1, supposedly, overnight low. It's actually got down to 0.5 here in Richmond. And you got to, if you got proper gear, weather, you can tramp in those conditions, but you can't go like you're tramping in the summertime. I'm gonna split this up here so that these videos aren't so long. So I'm going to do the second video. I'll talk about the story with the tramping story with a happy ending. So I'll stop it now. Let's see here. Boom.